It's official. Jen Miller, welcome back on the road trip with Jen and Dave, a special guest with David Mead this evening. We are Bayard family under the direction of Flum Publishing, Creative Communication, and 23rd Publications. We have a wonderful event for you this evening to take a look at. And at the end of tonight's webinar, at the end, I will give a special code for you to order. You will receive 15% off your entire seasonal order. Your seasonal order, you'll get 15% off, and that will be a special code at the end. So you have to stay on all the way to the end. And this afternoon, it was 52 minutes, so we will have it within 52 minutes.
Yes.
So I talked fast, Jen Miller, and we cover so much information during the evening. Jen, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Well, welcome everyone, and nice to see you, Dave, again. And David Mead, so nice to have you join the road trip with Jen and Dave. Like Dave mentioned, we are going to be dropping all kinds of links in the chat. So make sure you click on those links, and there are those QR codes. And as we go through the presentation, you will also see indicators of which QR code to utilize, and we'll also be calling those out as well. So Dave, if you would like to go ahead and scroll to the next slide.
And here we go. Let's begin with a little child shall lead them from creative communication. Go ahead, Jen.
Yes, so creative communication. So either click on that link or utilize that QR code. And these three booklets, I love them. And David Mead, we're going to ask you here just shortly for your feedback. But these three booklets, they all have something special to offer. Wouldn't you say? A Little Child Shall Lead Them is by a wonderful Henry Nouwen. And if you're interested in litanies, that little Advent devotional booklet correlates with some litanies. You can see a collection of those on page, let's see here, on page 4 in your creative catalog. David, why don't you tell us a little bit about that booklet?
Right. So a beloved Christian author, Henry Nouwen, was a priest, a caretaker of differently abled people, a wonderful Christian writer. And so our author, Elizabeth Scalia, has taken some of his writings and pulled out the messages from those writings that are really Advent focused, that focus on the Christ child. So whether you're familiar with Henry Nouwen or not, just a wonderful adult devotional with reflections based on Nouwen's writing. So for every day of Advent starts December 3rd this year. So from December 3rd through Christmas Day, a devotion for every day of Advent.
Yes, and again, those litanies do go along with, and there's a collection of those on page 4. And then we move on to The Light of Grace, welcoming God's amazing gift of Christ. And I think this one's really special. Michael Hoy is the writer, and it's in honor of the 250th anniversary of Amazing Grace. I think that's really nice. David?
Right. So, all year at Creative here, we've been celebrating this big anniversary year of Amazing Grace, and we're finishing up the year with our Advent booklet. So there's references to that beloved hymn. And there's also a coordinated Bible study that goes with this. So small groups can get together and reflect on the themes from this book. A great way, both devotional and small group study, a great use for this booklet.
Yes, and those Bible studies that David is mentioning, those collection, the collection is on page 10 of your creative catalog. And then Journey to Joy. This is a nice and special one because it's geared towards the family, and it's by Kate Wicker. And it's broken down by Bible reflections, where you can ponder, after you read prayers, and then put what you've learned into action. Right, David?
That's right. And a family, perfect for families. They can break these devotions up however they want. And you'll see in our catalog, there's a lot of coordinated material. We'll see we'll see the same imagery popping up again during the bus tour on some of our other items as well. So you can have a nice package of items but for the whole family with the Journey to Joy.
Yes, and one other quick note, all of these are the size of about 5.5 by 11, or 5.5 by 7, I should
That's
say.
right. Yeah,
7, and 32 pages in each booklet.
right.
Yes.
As we continue on, let's talk about this wonderful Christmas devotional for children. The author is David Mead, our editorial director from Creative Communications. This children's devotional is 32 pages. The children's sermons are 16 pages, and our Advent chain activity, which David will show us very shortly, will help the students grow in their faith by learning about their the devotional of the Advent season. David, what inspired you to write about this?
Right. Well, we all know the phrase, do not open before
Right.
Christmas. You see it on little tags. And so that just got me thinking, well, we're supposed to be open. We're welcoming the Christ child. So let's open our hearts. Let's open our eyes. Let's open our mouths and ears throughout the season. These devotions actually start at the beginning of Advent and go all the way to Epiphany. So just very simple ways to keep your eyes open, your mouth open throughout the season. And then, as Dave said, we have some coordinated products that go with it. Our Advent chain comes as a large flat sheet like this, and you cut out each piece. It coordinates with the booklet, or can be used on its own. And look at this, you just add link by link throughout the season.
I love that. And I come from the parish background, and kids love those chains. They put them together, put them around the door frame, going into the classroom, around the blackboard, so in schools. So it's such a great activity for the young ones.
Yeah.
You'll love those. Great job on that.
The children's sermons, the children's messages that Dave was mentioning, this is just a great way. You can use this in PSR class. You can use it anytime you're gathering in a classroom, or even around the kitchen table. It's just a little 5-minute lesson, for one lesson for each week, and it has coloring pages and activity pages as well, all connected to the booklet.
Nice. Yes. And inside it's color too, just so you can see. And the images of all the little ones, and just they're really nice. They're very kid friendly and colorful.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have the actual writer and author of our Open Before Christmas as
Absolutely.
We start with our Advent season for teens and young adults. This wonderful daily delivery of the Advent appetizers, we call it, for teens and young adults also comes along with our Advent calendar that for the teens and young adults. This is a great way for the young people of God to experience what Advent is all about. And Jen, you want to talk about what's in the inside of our Advent seasonings?
The one item that struck me when I was looking through this resource is I love, well, you know how teens, it takes a little bit to reach them and get their attention. And I really felt that the titles of each page, it's something that I think would appeal to them. It wasn't the traditional type title. For example, one of them is, do you deliver? One is In-N-Out Burger. And then everything underneath it, relates back to that title in some fashion. So it was really an interesting, I think, resource for teens to get their attention for sure.
And it does go along with the teen calendar for the Advent season. And ladies and gentlemen, you'll see on every one of these slides, there is a code. The code is the actual order number that if you would like to order, please write that down. And please order thousands and thousands of copies, because at the end of tonight's presentation, I will be giving a code. And that special code is for your 15% discount on your seasonal activities. So as you go along, you're seeing the catalogs. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please write them in the chat. We do have live operators standing by to answer many questions as we continue with a season of peace, our Advent devotion for seniors. Now, with that, this is a larger print devotional for the Advent season for the seniors. Now, I'm going to be a senior one day. No one would ever believe it, but the larger print is really does work when you're having a group of people in a nursing home or people that are homebound, this is a great way to give them a gift back. By giving this, you would be having them go through the Advent season with special devotions. The adult population of your parish could be sometimes very lonely in the house. So this is a way maybe for someone to visit with them and give them a season of peace, this devotional for seniors, and just to sit with them and pray with them. It's a great resource. This My Spirit Rejoices is daily prayers for Advent. David Mead, tell me a little bit about My Spirit Rejoices.
Right. Well, thank you. Yeah, so you'll notice that this booklet, and Jen's holding up them side by side, this is a pocket-sized prayer book. So just prayers, not full devotions, prayers based on the Magnificat. So it follows the whole Magnificat, and that's what the theme is. But you can see it goes with you, goes right in the shirt pocket, purse. It's really one that you can carry along with you. It's very simple daily prayers throughout the season. Just 1 or 2 minutes a day, great to focus on the joy that comes with Christ.
Yeah, and it goes along with the Magnificat, which is a wonderful prayer that we remember and we celebrate with the birth of Christ. As we continue, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about our Absolutely Advent. Our 3-part Absolutely Advent starts with the littlest ones for our young children, and it goes to our intermediate and our teens. This is a wonderful daily Advent reflection activity book for each child. Now, I want to be honest with you. This sells out very fast. This Absolutely Advent also goes along with Totally Lent for our Lent season. Advent and Lent, the books are similar, but they reflect to the season of the church year. Absolutely Advent, what I am holding up, this is for the primary grades. Primary, kindergarten, first, second, and third, or you can say first, second, and third. And these are different activities that go along with the Advent season. Talks about what's happening the first week of Advent. Talks about the Feast of St. Lucy. Talks about the Feast of Our Lady of Guadalupe. Let me just tell you, these sell out very fast. So please order thousands for each one of your parish. And it's such a great way, especially for the teens. The teens one it's in their language. It's in their language. It is not maybe a silly way for them to learn, but it's an adult way for these young people on their faith formation journey. All these teens and young adults, we're all on this faith formation journey. So Absolutely Advent is for primary, intermediate, and teens. These sell out fast. Advent begins on December the 3rd. Take a look at them. If you ever want a sample, please let us know. We can gladly help you with that. You can contact your sales rep from Flum Publishing, and we will gladly help you understand how to deliver our Absolutely Advent to your schools or your parishes. As we continue a little bit more, we talk about the Flum Gospel Weeklies. The Flum Gospel Weeklies Seeds program starts with the littlest ones. Preschool, Promise, kindergarten and 1. Good News is grades 2 and 3. Venture is grades 4, 5, and 6. And Visions is 7th, 8th, and 9th. This wonderful, unique faith formation program to engage the family. Now, you're probably saying, how about during the season of Advent? This is a lectionary-based catechesis program. We go along with the lectionary. So on December 3rd, the Gospel Weeklies are going to focus on the readings of the Sunday and make it come into a life for a modern-day story, for modern-day times that relate to the Sunday Gospel. And this is such an engaging way to have these young people go on their faith formation journey. If a family would like to buy one, please let us know. We'll gladly help you with that. But we also added a special component to our Flum Gospel Weeklies this year, our Awaken program. Our Awaken program is for adults and our young people of God. Jen, would you like to talk about Awaken?
Yes. Well, first of all, the Gospel Weeklies, when you're working in the parish environment, we have our early primary grades, we have the pre-K, and we've always gone up through intermediate to teen, that type of thing. But we're always looking for that resource or that vehicle to reach the parents, reach the adults. And we now have that as part of our gospel weeklies and this new resource, Awaken. It is definitely an excellent resource. It is liturgy based. Dr. Joanne Paradise is the author of this wonderful resource. There's many different features of this resource: Sunday readings, opening prayer, connecting the gospel to church teaching, scripture background, family corner, because we're always thinking about that family catechesis. So we definitely have that here. Thoughts for reflection and closing prayer. What's important with this resource is we're trying to reach all adults. We're trying to reach those parking lot parents. We're trying to get those adults through those parish doors so they can learn and focus on their faith as well.
With that, a couple ways of using the Awaken program. Maybe you want to purchase Awaken and put it into the parish bulletin, or maybe leaving it in the parish pews, or just sending it home, or going through your rosters of your registrations and sending it to the parents and saying, hey, let me invite you to celebrate liturgy. We always have to extend that invitation. I have many diocesan directors always say, Dave, we like when you say we need to go back and we need to invite back to the parish. And that's what we're doing by using the program Awaken.
Right. And we want to encourage everyone to reach out to your FLOM Gospel Weeklies sales rep. Talk to them, ask them for ideas of how to incorporate Awaken at your parish. As well as they can help with, different promotions that we have going on with Awaken and as well. So it's a new resource. It's filling a need that is out there. Be creative on how you can get this into your parish. And like Dave said, sometimes we just have to welcome them back in. And what's great is that we're all at a different learning level of our faith. And this resource, Awaken, approaches the adult at whatever level that they are at. So yes, that's another wonderful feature about that resource, for sure.
And it parallels the FLOM Gospel Weekly, which is a wonderful faith formation program. And
family
let's talk
family.
That's right. Let's talk about our wonderful other products from Creative Communication. Yesterday, we celebrated the feast of St. Francis of Assisi. Well, many people brought their animals, their dogs, their cats, their fish, their monkeys, their elephants. They brought them to be blessed, be blessed for the big feast day of St. Francis of Assisi. Now, the first one is our seasonal litanies. This is a wonderful way for everybody in the parish to gather, maybe as an opening prayer for your parish council meetings or any kind of meeting. This is a little handout. It's on I don't know the proper size of that. Maybe I'm going to ask David Mead to give me the proper size. And
3 by 8. 3 by
8. And this
there you go. Yep.
This is a great way for just to pray together for before meetings. We also have our calendar handouts. Our calendar handouts start with the littlest ones. And those littlest ones, you would say, I would say primary grades. And that is a calendar for the Advent season, your Advent calendar. And it also then continues to our middle school, then to our teens and adults. 3 different kind of calendars for our Advent season. And the codes are right there. And if you like to see them close up, we'll gladly show them to you in a sample way. And that is so awesome. And it gives us great ideas for our Advent calendars. Then we have, now this is a heart, and on the back, I love this one. I love it. And on the back of every one of the Advent calendars, they're blank. What a great way to run it through your copy machine and put down your mass schedule, maybe a welcome letter to say, hey, welcome back. And or this is our mass schedule. This is when we're having a potluck dinner. This is when we're having a youth ministry night.
Absolutely.
you're connecting two different ways of bringing them back to the church. This is a great way. Our Advent calendars. Let's talk about our window calendars. Our wonderful window calendars. I had mine right behind me. Oh, here's mine. And I did have a problem. I started opening up the windows. I don't know why. Yeah. And this is a window calendar card with a great little saying inside that you can send out to your friends before the season of Advent begins, so they could open up a window every day. And there's a nice little verse in there with a little picture. And Jen is holding up our other window calendar. Go ahead, Jen.
Well, I was going to make note that there's different sizes, and David, you have the smaller one there that can be utilized. Yeah, the smaller one compared to the little bit larger one. But the small one, which I really, really like, because like you had mentioned earlier this afternoon, that can be used as a Christmas card or an Advent card type thing.
Yes. I love our window calendars and our handouts for our Advent calendars. So this, I just want to reiterate one more on the young, our primary grade Advent calendars. I just love it. During the season, we share with each other's what we need and what you need. And what would you do to help somebody? And it's a great way of this thinking outside the box a little bit. These wonderful calendars, the window calendars, the litanies, great products from Creative Communication. As we continue, let's talk a little bit more about our brand new Christmas collection Christmas cards. Our entire collection of each one of these designs with the envelopes. There's 10 cards total in a nice little collection, and beautiful sayings inside. And they're very, very beautiful to share our thoughts and our prayers with the people we love during the holiday season and throughout the year. I was saying, okay, I really thought about this. I'm writing you a special message, but this special message, I think about you. So our entire collection of our Christmas cards. David Mead, what inspired everybody to start writing these Christmas cards?
Well, I think it's kind of a practice that sadly is going out of practice, isn't it? I mean, isn't it great to get Christmas cards? So this is something that can come from the parish. It's something that individuals can order for just their own Christmas list. And I will say that if you want to see what's on the inside of the message on the inside of the cards, that message is written in our catalog or on the Creative Communications website when you type in that order code.
And ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, we do have live operators standing by to help you along the way for any questions, comments, or concerns this evening, or just to say hello, and maybe you can send me a sample of something special that intrigues you to talk more about. Let's talk about stickers. Celebrate with stickers. I love my stickers. I pass these out all the time. I'm always giving away a sticker somewhere, even through the drive-through at the bank. I prayed today, and I prayed for you today. Glory to God, and on earth, peace.
Yes. Or seal the Christmas cards at the back of the envelope.
Yes. You get a roll of 100 of them.
Yes, nice.
And I got to tell you, I just love them, and I have been passing them along. Especially now, I prayed today. Some people say I voted. Well, I prayed today too.
That's right.
This is such a great way to start this the season as we continue with the manger on the mantle. Jen?
Oh, I love the manger on the mantle. This is such a great way of asking the elf on the shelf to scoot over just a bit and put the manger on the mantle. You'll see inside there, they have the cutout of Jesus in the manger. And I just love, with a storybook included, but I love inside too, that you cut out the little presents, and you can see there on the photo, on the presentation here, that there's this little presents, and on the back of each present there's all types of different things. There's just ways of families connecting, I think is a good way of saying it. David, what do you think?
Yeah, there's it's like take a minute to sing a song together, or move the manger to the
The
kitchen,
window.
right,
Yeah.
and make cookies together or something like that. It's just to keep Christ in the center of all the celebrations. I think that's
Well,
the
and yes, and I just think that that's wonderful. And like you can see inside, it's large. It's a good size. I mean, here's my hand, and it's such a good size, and the kids can put it together and then utilize and learn together as a family. So I
right.
think that's wonderful.
Tune into Christmas. I've been using this. I do watch a lot of Christmas movies during the year. Now I'm going to be using this because it talks about all different kinds of movies. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the Polar Express. Now, how about Santa Claus is coming to town? The modern day
Yes.
movies, Home Alone, and how we could bring Christ as a center of a special message. When David, please talk about this.
Sure. Well, another editor here at Creative and I, my friend Mark Zimmerman, we watch a lot of Christmas shows and we love them, and they all have a positive message. And the thing about any positive message is at the center of that, our positivity comes from our relationship to Christ. So how can we pull out the Christ-like message from these favorite times? It's a time when we all gather together anyway. Our families are gathered together to watch these shows. So let's make this an opportunity to enjoy this tradition together, and then also to talk about Christ in our lives, and that message that can be pulled out of that. Even that secular show has a Christ-like message from it, and so we highlighted those for discussion. Get families talking together when they gather together to watch these shows. It should be fun.
It is an awesome addition to the Creative family. Let's talk about Mystery in the Manger. Now, you get the glasses with them,
Yes.
right in the center, and it's a devotion and detective work for the Advent Christmas season. As David is showing you right now, the glasses come right in there, right in the middle, and you're doing a little detective work
That's
of
right.
Mystery in the Manger. David, let's talk about that.
Yeah, it's a daily devotional, but it's in a large format, as you can see, and there's hidden or missing words from the devotion, or little questions that you need to answer. And so you put on your detective glasses, and if you remember, like playing the old password game at home, there's little hidden messages inside there. So when you're wearing your glasses, you can read or see the pictures that you can't see without the glasses.
Yes.
So it's just a fun way to engage kids and it's about the discovery of Christ, I think, in a
Yes, and the glasses come stitched into the book.
Yeah.
So every book has its own pair of glasses, which is nice.
Yes.
So every child will have their own pair. So this is perfect for I think I always think back about the large classrooms of a lot of boys. This would be perfect for as well.
Yes. And let's talk about some wonderful new products from Creative Communication. Heaven and Nature Sing. And you get a wonderful craft to go along with it. Now, here it is. This is a Advent sticker book activity, and a wonderful way. It's a punch out card. David's showing to you right now. And you punch it out and you can make the Christmas tree. Now, with that, the stickers come within the sticker book. And every day is a new song, verse to go along. And this is so awesome as they decorate the Christmas tree every day with the stickers. David, what inspired everybody for this one?
Well, I think it's just fun. There's a lot of songs that we know at the Christmas time, of course. And so this is just a nice, again, it's throughout the month of December. It's just a little focus. We can decorate the tree. It's just a fun activity. It's the kind of thing that you can, if you're having a gathering at church, or a dinner at church, a meal at church, just put some of these on the table and have people gather at the beginning of Advent, and they can build this little Christmas tree and just keep that celebration going throughout the season. So and kids love stickers. I love stickers.
I love stickers.
I love stickers. See, I think everyone loves stickers, whether they admit it or not. But
And are open before
this is
Christmas.
another wonderful way to build family traditions.
Yeah.
So it's perfect for at home too, for sure.
Yes, our open before Christmas window calendar, and it comes out to be a wonderful manger scene. Jen, you want to talk a little bit about this?
Well, again, it's another wonderful, I think, item to build the family together. I think it's something that is, well, David, wouldn't you say this is just another resource that just pulls everyone in, pulls the family in,
Right.
could be utilized in the classroom.
Oh, absolutely.
At the beginning of
Absolutely.
each class, it could open up one window at a time.
Right. It's like a traditional window calendar, but at the end, even if you don't have a manger scene at home or a nativity scene, well, you have one right here. One pops up out of this piece of paper. So that's
Yes,
great.
Perfect for the classroom.
Right.
it
yeah.
is. Yes,
Yes.
very much so. Very much so. Now, this is I have a true confession to make. We received some samples of this one, and these are wonderful little cards that we all received. And each one of the cards had a piece of candy attached. They were candy canes and lollipops, and Jen Miller's holding them up. It's our candy cane cards. Now, pastors can give them away at the end of liturgy on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. When we received the sample from Creative, my candy was all missing. I do not know what happened.
I don't know about that.
It
I
was
don't
in
know.
the stomach.
This
I
is,
think so.
and maybe have a couple in your car during the season of Advent and Christmas, and handing them out to friends, or maybe someone just passing by in the next car over. Hey, I got something for you. This is, just spread some joy, some happiness, and it goes a long way. My favorite one is Jesus, my shepherd, with the candy cane. The prayer is so beautiful on the back. I just love those. We have live operators standing by. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please let them know in our chat. If you want to order millions and millions and millions of them, we have them for you. But I'm going to be honest with you. The candy is delicious, and every card comes with a piece of candy for you. What shall I give him? Jen, go ahead. Let's talk about what should I give him.
Well, there's many different ways of collecting an offering, during the year with the kid, with the kiddos. But this is one of our favorites, is the Advent offering. It comes flat like this, and you put it together. David, you have a finished product there, right? And so this is perfect for at home. If you want to do something, give one to each student for them to take home to do it with their family, whether it's with chores or just any extra change they find. Or in the classroom, or maybe they're trying to collect offerings to help a caring center, or maybe they're collecting an offering to get some additional things for their religious ed building. It's perfect for all grade levels. That's what I like about it.
And our wonderful brand new product is God is with us. This is so much fun. As David talked earlier about, maybe an activity for family catechesis evening at your parish or your school, or just gathering some classes together. This is a ornament that they make in the classroom, or a family catechesis evening. David, you want to talk about what inspired everybody?
Yeah, well, it's just like so many of the things. We just little crafts, whether you're gathered at the parish, whether you're gathered at home, a nice handout just for any child visiting the parish or coming by. This is just something that a family can take and make this beautiful ornament. You can see it features the wise men's visit, an angel on the back. So I think it's a unique design. It's just it's a beautiful ornament that also it tells the story of the first Christmas in a rhyming way on the back before you even make it. So again, just a great way. A lot of different uses, both in the classroom or just a gift to send at home. It's really about what kind of tangible things can we send home with people to proclaim the message of Christ even around their dinner table.
Mhm.
Yes.
What's nice about this too is it ranges age-wise from 5 years old all the way up to 12. So you could have your entire religious education program, with this one special ornament that they can make with their families at home and hang on their tree for to make it a special evening. So I think it's a really great new.
I do too. I love
Right.
it. I really do. My Journey to Jesus, this wonderful activity book talks about the candles that we light during the season of Advent. David?
Right. So Journey to Jesus, these are activities, really, the things on this slide, if you're looking at the slides, the things on this page are really for the youngest kids, what I call the littlest ones in the pew. These are the resources for those preschoolers. My Journey to Jesus, it's not a devotional, it's an activity book, just rhyming stories about the first Christmas, about Zechariah and John the Baptist, just told in very fun ways with very simple games, bright colors, and focusing, like David said, on the colors of the candles, what each of those candles remind us of, that we hope and love and faith and joy in the coming Christ. So a great resource for the littles, I think.
Yes, the
Yes.
little animals. I love how it talks about the colors, the characters, and the themes of Advent. And I love how it's so colorful inside and very welcoming to the littles, for sure.
Yes. Sticker sheets and more sticker sheets. We can't keep it in stock. I
Yes.
love them. These are so awesome. What do I see in Advent? What do I see in church? This is a great way for family catechesis night to give to the parents or whoever they have with them to go to the church. What do I see in the church? Many people don't know what a chalice is or what the tabernacle really looks like inside, or what does a vestment look like? Or how about Advent? They need to know what's the difference between a manger and who's Mary and Joseph and who's Saint John the Baptist. This will walk them through this wonderful sticker sheet. Talks about each one of them. What do I see in church? Praying the rosary. What do I see in Advent? Jen Miller, you want to talk more about that?
I was going to say also the church year and Stations of the Cross. It's when I was in the parish environment working, it was so hard to find resources, especially for Stations of the Cross and praying the rosary. And
Yes.
these two items I can't say enough about. It's perfect for little trips over to the parish for the little ones. It's a nice way to get the older children to work along with the younger ones as well. You can get the other ministries within your parish involved, like Knights of Columbus. They can set up stations. I mean, the ideas are endless. And I just think that it's just such a well done resource. There's 12 nice heavy cardstock sheets, 8.5 by 11, that come in a pack. 12 with 12 sheets of stickers as well, with the explanations on the back. And like Dave mentioned, we have several different titles to choose from.
Yes. And this is such a great way. Remember, at the end of tonight, I will be giving a special code for 15% off all your seasonal purchases that you could use for Flum Publishing, Creative Communication, and 23rd Publications. As we talk about Living Faith Kits, my favorite product of all is our sticker books. I love our sticker books. I'm going to be honest with you. I did hear we are running low on Advent and Lent already. So please purchase early these stickers. Walk them through the entire Advent season. Praying the Mass, God's gift of forgiveness. God's gift of forgiveness is how does a child celebrate the sacrament of reconciliation? How does the child receive Eucharist, receive the Lord? These wonderful sticker books. They're reasonable, they're effective. The children are engaged throughout the entire series. If you want to learn about praying the rosary, this is it for them right here. You can get a full set of all 18 titles that you see on the screen right now. Or else if you just want to order like one or two of the same one for every one of your children. Maybe you have 1,000 kids in your religious ed program and you want to buy 1,000 praying the mass. Let us know. We'll gladly help you with the tier pricing that's available for our sticker books.
Yes.
We do have it in Spanish for praying the Stations of the Cross, Lent, and Advent. Jen?
I was going to suggest too, obviously we have the one for Advent, and it would be perfect as a little, a gift from the catechist to the student or anything like that. But also think about your missions that you have during the year. Do you ever have a mission take place and you need something for the young ones to do? What's nice about these booklets is that they are, let's see here, the total pages is about, I believe it's like 15 to 16.
Yeah.
You can split that up for 2 different nights and have something for the young ones to do and learn from. So there's so many different titles. Don't forget about your first Holy Communion, your first reconciliation, learning about the sacraments. There's just so many different ways to utilize these books.
I love our sticker books. They're so awesome.
David,
Yes,
go
David.
ahead.
Yeah, I do want to remind everybody, or if they haven't heard, if you order, I think it's at least, if you order like 10 of any titles, you get a teacher guide that comes with it. So it's a great classroom resource or individual resource. And those teacher guides do come for as free with it. I think if you order 10 of any one title.
So perfect for a retreat as well.
Yes, these are wonderful retreat ways especially for First Communion, First Reconciliation retreat evenings with your parents and helping them grow in their faith as we continue with our brand new A Pocket Guide to Catholic Prayers and A Pocket Guide to the Rosary. Now, this is brand new, our pocket guide to the Catholic prayers and a guide to the Rosary. Now, Jen is holding up one. I'm going to hold up the Rosary one. Now, this is a great way that the students learn about their Catholic prayers in a nice fold-out way of saying, oh, I know this. Here it is. They can put it in their pocket, put it in their book bag. They put it in their locker or in their desk. Pocket Guide to the Catholic Prayers. It's brand new.
Mm-hmm.
And here is a guide to the Rosary. Jen, you want to talk more about that?
I was going to say, are you looking for a gift for the first communicants for this year? This would be perfect to go along with a rosary of sort. Do you have a women's ministry that gets together, maybe makes rosaries that could donate and put together little gifts for the first communicants? I just love that idea.
Yes. And what do I wonder about Christmas and about Advent? Now, this is their tear off trivia cards questions. David Mead, want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I didn't mention this before. They come in this great little carrying case that just pops right open. And it's beautifully designed, and it's just tear off trivia cards. I love playing trivia games with my kids, always have, even when they were little. And there's 5 questions on each card about the Advent season or about the Christmas season. I like to keep it when my kids were little, I'd keep these in like the cup holder in my car. And when we're on a road trip driving to grandma's house, just pull this out. You can ask each other some trivia questions, play a little game in the card. Great for game nights or as a class, to start class at the beginning of each day. So there's enough sheets in this one for every day of Advent, or you can do them all at once. Who cares?
Yes.
Play the whole deck.
Take them all off.
We all love the trivia, especially trivia nights. That's always a lot of fun. As we continue with our magnets. These are a great little gift for your adults or for students. This is my favorite one is be kind to one another, be Christ to one another. These are magnets that mine's on my car. I live in New York, so sometimes I have to remember that it's on the back of my car when I'm driving. And we also have Joy to the World and Oh Christmas Tree. The Joy to the World and Be Kind to One Another is a brand new magnet from Creative Communication. These are so awesome to use and just to distribute across the board for everybody in your parish. Let me know. order 1,000 for everybody in your parish, pass them out, and you'll see the smiles on their face as they come to Mass and they say, oh, hey, mine's on my car. I went to St. Polycarp's Church, and that's where I got my be kind to one another. Yes.
Yeah, and it's a perfect little gift to put into the parish Christmas card as well.
Yes, it is. I love it. And placemats and more placemats. This is so much fun. Placemats for all your parties and your gatherings in the parish. On the front is a prayer service or an activity, and on the back, it could be a coloring sheet or another game or activity. Jen, you want to talk a little bit more about our placemats?
Well, David is I don't have the placemats here, but he's holding those up. And I just think placemats are a perfect way for the parish to reach out and bring people together and build community, but as well as having placemats at your own home when you have your family members come over and the children are together. I just think that that's a great way to build that family catechesis moment.
I love our placemats. I really do. They're so much fun and they're very engaging
very interactive.
Very engaging and interactive across the board. From January to December, you could use our placemats. Now, this is a brand new product. This is a product for our Spanish speaking community. Now, I love this first one. David, you want to talk about?
Right. So La Alegría de la Navidad. This is not a daily devotional. It's a booklet that kind of starts with Las Posadas and goes all the way through Epiphany. It really focuses on those seasonal celebrations, not just Christmas Day, of course, all the seasonal celebrations in the months of December and early January, and the traditions, the history around those celebrations, the traditions that we have. Wonderful for, if you're in a bilingual parish or in your Spanish speaking community at your parish, wonderful resource. And also with that, then, if you're looking for a daily devotional in Spanish, we have Adviento, and this is a devotion starting at the first Sunday of Advent. So if you're looking for a daily devotional, we have that, or something that just celebrates these family celebrations throughout December and January. That's this booklet here.
And our Spanish Advent calendar. It's for the 2023. It's brand new. We just came out with this wonderful brand new calendar, and it's all in Spanish. On the back, it's blank like the other ones are, and it helps by encouraging them. Write a note to those families, then invite them back. Say, come on back to Mass. We're having a wonderful dinner, and we're having a celebration, and please join us. Join us for the Feast of Our Lady Guadalupe. And a little side note, I always go to St. Patrick's Cathedral on that feast day and celebrate that at 5 o'clock in the morning when everybody gathers at St. Patrick's Cathedral and they celebrate the Feast of Our Lady Guadalupe. It is such an awesome time. They bring flowers to Our Lady, and we have our little prayer cards, and our prayer cards with a beautiful prayer in the back, just passing them out on the feast day of Our Lady Guadalupe, and it's all in Spanish.
And David, the calendars as well as the prayer cards come in sets of 50. Is that correct?
That is correct. That's correct, and you'll find the pricing in our catalog. So you can, and I think the teen calendar going back way back, that's available in 25s. But pretty much you can have from kids up through adults and English and Spanish. It's all.
Yes.
Okay. And yes, and the Spanish is located on page 32 in your catalog.
And another part of our company is our 23rd publications department. And we are all under the Bayard umbrella from Flum Publishing, Creative Communication, and 23rd Publications. These two brand new resources, A Growing in Season, is an Advent for Families by Connie Clark. This Advent for Families 2023 helps about how to grow your family in this spiritual time of Advent. Also, Learning to Love Like Jesus by Kathy Hendricks. Kathy has, she's a very dear friend of mine. She wrote daily thoughts and activities and prayers for learning to love for kids. And it walks them through their journey of Advent. And it really is such an awesome, awesome resource for the younger kids of today. And this is a 23rd publication in the 23rd catalog that you could download, and one of our chat monitors could download it for you and send it right out to you from the QR code right at the beginning of our screen today. Also, let's talk about Living Faith. This subscription-based program, Living Faith, is for adults, and it comes in a pocket size and a large print. The pocket size is on David's holding up the pocket size right now. There he is. Okay. And then the bigger print. This subscription base is a daily reflection every day for the entire year. This is subscription based. It also goes along with Living with Christ. Now, many parishes don't have missalettes anymore, or they've done away with missalettes. They put them on the screen and all that. This is for maybe the homebound. This is for a way that parents or young people, they need something in their hands when they're celebrating liturgy. They read along with the readings and the reflection. This is a subscription you'll receive, Living with Christ, every month for a year. 1 year. It's a subscription based Living with Christ. This is top of the line, #1 on the market. It's a daily companion journey that you will take for praying and living the Eucharist within your parish, to celebrate Mass, to celebrate with everybody. Again, great for a nursing home or homebound. This is a great resource. Jen, you want to mention something about that?
Oh, I was just going to, everything you said is correct. And there's just so much inside of this. You know, there's faith-filled articles, there's the daily reflections on the readings, complete scripture readings. It's just a very, very nice resource all year round.
All year round. And ladies and gentlemen, I promised that I was going to give a special code this evening for your 15% discount. If you would make sure you write this down, it's in the chat too. J is in Jennifer, D is in David, R is in road, T is in trip, 24. So it's JDRT24. Please write that down. When you want to order, please use that code for 15% off your seasonal activities. We couldn't do JDD because of 2 Davids, but you know, it's okay. So we JDRT 24. This is a great way to save some money for your parish or your program. You'll get 15% off your seasonal activities. This has been so much fun. I love our road trips with Jen and Dave.
Yes.
I'm Dave Barossi from New York. My wonderful co-host, Jen Miller. Jen, you're awesome as always. It's always good to see you, especially on the road trip. Jen, go ahead.
Well, I want to thank everyone. Dave, it's always a pleasure being with you. And David Mead, what a pleasure having you with us. And thank you so much for your expertise. And everyone, thank you for joining us as well.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, our chat monitors. David Mead, it's always a pleasure to see you. I saw David Mead in Texas. Him and I were in Texas together for a big event of the National Catholic Education Association. It's always good to see you. Thank you, everybody. Merry Christmas. Have a great night, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.